Yo guys, welcome to episode number 16 of TTS Talk. And as you can see, today is a little bit different. I am not alongside my good friend, colleague, and co-host, Ruben Borges, who's home doing only God knows what. Pray for us all. But I am actually on my way home from a little weekend getaway in Stowe, Vermont. If you guys haven't been and you like to ski or snowboard, man, it is an awesome place to go. Did a day of snowboarding and did a day of snowmobiling through the mountains, and it was pretty fucking incredible. Had a blast, an absolute blast, and that's actually what today's episode is going to be about. What I want to talk to you guys about is the value or the importance of disconnecting, right? So these days, we are tied to our fucking phones, right? We're looking at our social media posts, emails, text messages, and due to that, we're stressed out of our minds. We're staring at our phones, jumping on the next every time our phone beeps or buzzes or vibrates. It actually drives me crazy that there's nothing more rude than sitting at a dinner table with somebody and their fucking phone is going off, or they're staring at their phone where I'm trying to have a conversation with them. It drives me absolutely insane. So if you ever have dinner with me, please don't do that. But, you know, with that said, taking the time to really disconnect is something that not a lot of people do often enough, in my opinion. And I am even a culprit of this myself, where I'll catch myself sometimes, you know, looking at social media a little bit more than I planned on, or checking emails, you know, because I always tell myself I'm not going to check my emails at this point of the day or check my texts. And for the most part, I do pretty good. But there's times where I'm a human being and I get caught up in the same traps as most people. So with that said, I had an intentional getaway where I was only going to post a few things on social media. I did not look at my friggin' phone hardly at all. I really just used it for Google and maps and whatnot. And every time I do a trip like this, or if I do a little bit of a social media detox or a digital detox, I come back from these trips, and even right now, like, I am more creative than I've been in a long time, right? I have energy, I feel refreshed, I feel recharged, and I feel fucking focused. I'm not lost in that trap of just, you know, checking my phone and staring at my laptop and staring at screens all day, because, you know, I do a lot of writing and writing emails and writing blogs and doing all this stuff on my laptop, just getting away from that. And I spent some time not only snowmobiling and snowboarding and doing all the fun stuff, but I did do a little bit of journaling, a little bit of reading something that's not fitness related, not nutrition or health related, just stuff that's actually a martial arts book. So really just to take my mind off of all the stuff that I do have going on in my life. You know, running a business, it gets pretty hectic, as you could probably imagine, you know, especially in a business like mine where we're working with people and trying to help people achieve their goals. So you get a lot of text messages, you get a lot of people calling you, reaching out, which is great. I absolutely love that, wouldn't trade it for the world. However, it does get a little busy. So taking the time to make sure I'm not available, put myself up on a friggin' mountain and just enjoy it is really, it's invaluable. So I cannot suggest that to you guys enough. Take some time, schedule it. It doesn't have to be to Stowe, Vermont. It could be anywhere. But just take time to get away from your work, from the craziness that you have going on in your life, and especially from your phone and your laptops and tablets and all that shit, and just disconnect. Don't allow people to always dictate your time, because, listen, our time on this fucking planet is limited, right? So if you allow people to dictate that time day in and day out without ever taking time for yourself, man, your whole life is being controlled. So here's what my big takeaway from this weekend is, look, like every other weekend, I'm always recharged, refreshed when I come out of weekends like this. But it's also, I'm going to make it a point to really manage my digital use more often, so on a day-to-day basis. I'm only gonna check text messages at certain points of the day. I'm only gonna check emails at certain points of the day, and I'm gonna honor it like a friggin' lunatic. And I really wanna make sure that I could separate and take some time away from the craziness of responding to texts and emails and clients and family and friends and everybody else, and just dedicate that time for me. And I'm gonna do that on a daily basis, like that's no doubt. And I don't know how often I'm gonna do trips like this, but definitely more often than I already do. And I really do encourage you guys, if you can somehow, do the same. Excuse me as I take a swig here. But I think that it's important as well, aside as part of the disconnection with social media and the digital world, is actually human connection. Human connection is something that we all desire. It's something that's ingrained in our DNA. We need to work together. We need to have some type of connection with other people. And the less we do that, because the more we're on our phones and staring at tablets and whatnot, I think that's a huge contributing factor to the increase in the rise of depression and people feeling alone and unhappy. We need to prioritize conversations. Even if that's a conversation with somebody at the fucking front desk of a hotel or a cashier at a Trader Joe's or a Whole Foods, right? Talk to people. But then on a deeper level, people that you care about, spend more time with them, speak to them on a deeper level. Don't just get caught up in all the bullshit of day to day, and the only time you're interacting with people is for work related stuff and just meaningless conversations with friends or a spouse or whoever it is. It's important to go deep and to spend a little bit more time with people that you care about and really start to peel back layers of the onion for yourself and help other people do the same for them, because that is what life is about, really, these relationships that we have. So spend some time trying to find out more about somebody else, another person in your life, and have those deeper, more meaningful conversations with people that you care about, because I think that plays a huge role in our happiness and in our life, and just the quality of the conversations and relationships that we have. Look, how many romantic relationships end in divorce? I think part of that is our lifestyle. I think part of that is the lack of communication and lack of deep, meaningful conversations. So that's my big takeaway, and I hope that somehow, some way, you guys could take that and do your own social detox. Do your own little weekend getaway, or a week getaway, or a month if you have that type of freedom. But get away, spend some time alone, spend some time, with a pen and a piece of paper and journal and talk about your experiences and write down your goals, and just let the thoughts that occupy your mind, just get them out, because if they're just in your brain all the time running around and we don't put them to paper and we don't do any type of brain dump or just get them out, then they're just kind of consuming your energy. Get those fucking things out of your head, out of your head and onto paper. It is an exercise that it's made a huge change, helped me make a huge change in my life. So spend some time away, journaling, getting away from all of your devices, and really just spend your time with people that you care about, or even by yourself, and just unwind, have some fun. I guarantee that when you come back from a trip like this, you too will feel recharged, refreshed, and really ready to work harder, work smarter, focused, and have a little bit more creativity, because that's something else that I feel a lot of people are lacking in their lives, is creativity. So guys, I hope that you've gotten a lot out of this quick episode today. I didn't want to leave you hanging and have you guys miss a week of TTS talk. I know you're enjoying the show, and I appreciate all the support and the comments and the emails that I've gotten from the show. So thank you so much, and I guess we'll catch you next week on another episode of TTS Talk. Catch you later.